Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you found your way here. Let us help you fall asleep. Let's begin with Atlas and the Gorgon. The night Perseus visited. Take a slow, deep breath in and release it. Let the centuries fade away as we drift through the quiet echoes of the past. Your mind is calm, the ruins are peaceful, and we are ready to explore. Greek mythology serves as a complex narrative framework that has shaped cultural understanding for millennia. Central to this tradition are its gods, heroes, and mythical creatures, each embodying distinct characteristics and moral lessons. The pantheon features figures such as Zeus, the king of the gods, who exemplifies power and authority, while Hera represents the complexities of marriage and fidelity. Mortals, too, play pivotal roles, often caught in the intricate web of divine influence. Heroes like Perseus illustrate the struggle against fate and the quest for personal glory. His encounter with the Gorgon, a creature embodying both beauty and terror, highlights the duality found within mythology. Themes of transformation and duality resonate throughout these tales. Goddesses such as Athena and Aphrodite embody wisdom and love, respectively, but they also wield power that can change the course of human lives. These narratives unfold within a richly described landscape, where mountains, seas, and cities reflect the emotional states and moral dilemmas faced by their inhabitants. The stories convey not only the extraordinary exploits of heroes and gods, but also a deeper commentary on human nature, exploring themes of hubris, sacrifice, and the quest for meaning. These elements intertwine, creating a legacy that continues to captivate and inform contemporary understanding of the human experience. The primordial deities represent the earliest manifestations of existence, embodying fundamental aspects of the universe. In ancient cosmologies, they were often regarded as the first beings to emerge from the void, giving rise to the world and all its inhabitants. This region, steeped in mythos, saw these entities personifying not just natural forces, but the very fabric of reality itself. Chaos and the Kasm and the Verse, often characterized as the initial state of disorder, served as the backdrop for the emergence of Gaia, the Earth, and Uranus, the sky. Their union birthed a lineage of titans and other divine beings, establishing a complex hierarchy. These ancient figures were not merely gods of worship. They represented ideals, concepts, and the raw power of creation and destruction. The tales surrounding these deities often reveal the struggles inherent in existence, reflecting a universe in constant flux. Each entity embodied distinct elements, such as night, darkness, and the abyss, forming a multifaceted understanding of life's dualities. This interplay between creation and chaos laid the groundwork for later mythologies, influencing generations of thought. Through their stories, the primordial deities provided insights into the human condition, serving as allegories for the challenges faced by civilizations. Their legacy persists, echoing in philosophies and artistic expressions across cultures, underscoring humanity's enduring quest to grasp the complexities of existence. The Titans, a formidable lineage in ancient mythology, shaped the cosmos before the ascendance of the Olympians. Among them, Atlas stands out, burdened with the weight of the heavens as punishment for his defiance against Zeus. This figure embodies the tension between strength and vulnerability, illustrating the precarious balance of power in the ancient world. His role as a titan casts a long shadow, representing not only physical might, but also the profound consequences of rebellion. These ancient accounts reveal a civilization grappling with profound themes of authority and resistance. Atlas, often depicted with the globe resting on his shoulders, symbolizes a world steeped in both grandeur and burden. The artistry that arose from this mythos reflects complex human emotions, encapsulating a struggle against fate and the relentless passage of time. The fall of Atlas and his kin signifies a shift in the divine order, marking the transition from the Titan's reign to the Olympian supremacy. This metamorphosis left an indelible mark on cultural narratives, intertwining notions of justice and retribution. The remnants of this lineage, etched in stone and story, continue to resonate, offering insight into the collective psyche of those who sought to understand their place within the universe. In quiet contemplation, these tales endure, fostering a deeper appreciation for the intricate layers of history and myth. Atlas stands as a pivotal figure within Greek mythology, a titan tasked with bearing the weight of the heavens upon his shoulders. This burden symbolizes not only physical strength, but also the profound responsibility of maintaining cosmic order. In various tales, it is depicted that his strength was both a gift and a curse, marking him as a figure of endurance amidst the chaos of the world. This region, rich in mythological significance, often portrays Atlas as a guardian of knowledge. His association with the celestial spheres highlights the ancient Greeks' fascination with the cosmos. The stars, represented in the stories, reflect humanity's quest for understanding and navigation. The celestial maps attributed to him serve as a testament to the intellectual pursuits of his time. The narratives surrounding Atlas also include his interactions with heroes and demigods, revealing the complexities of their relationships. It is within these encounters that the boundaries between mortal and divine blur, illustrating themes of sacrifice and the quest for glory. His role extends into the realms of geography, as the name Atlas eventually became synonymous with maps, further emphasizing the connection between myth and the practical world. Through these interpretations, Atlas embodies the eternal struggle between burdens and aspirations, encapsulating the essence of human experience amidst the ancient universe. The Gorgons, often depicted as fearsome beings, hold a significant place in mythology. They are characterized by their serpentine hair and petrifying gaze, which transforms those who meet their eyes into stone. This transformation serves as a metaphor for the consequences of confronting the unknown or the monstrous aspects of existence. In ancient texts, three sisters are mentioned: Stheno, Euryale, and Medusa, each contributing to the complexities of their shared identity. Medusa, the only mortal among them, stands out as a tragic figure. Her tale reflects themes of beauty, jealousy, and transformation, encapsulating the duality of allure and danger. Once a priestess of Athena, her fate changed dramatically, showcasing the often harsh realities of divine intervention in human affairs. The narrative surrounding the Gorgons suggests that their monstrous nature may serve as a form of protection, guarding sacred spaces from those who seek to exploit them. These beings operate within a broader symbolic framework, representing the interplay of fear and reverence. Their presence in art and literature signifies the human fascination with the boundary between life and death. The Gorgons thus serve not merely as figures of terror, but as reminders of the complex relationships between mortals and the divine, existence and oblivion, beauty and horror. Venusa stands out among the Gorgons, her story intertwining with themes of transformation and fate. Once a beautiful maiden, her life took a tragic turn when she was cursed by the goddess Athena. This curse rendered her hair a mass of serpents and her gaze capable of petrifying any who dared to look upon her. This metamorphosis from beauty to monstrosity serves as a poignant reminder of the precariousness of fortune and the capricious nature of the divine. In the depths of her lair, surrounded by desolation, Medusa's existence became one of isolation and fear. The echoes of her past beauty lingered, entwined with the horror of her current form. This juxtaposition highlights the duality of her character. The victim and the monster exist simultaneously, a testament to the complexities of myth. Perseus, a hero destined to confront her, approached with both trepidation and determination. Armed with gifts from the gods, including a reflective shield, he ventured into her domain. The confrontation unfolded with Medusa's gaze poised to strike, yet it was Perseus's cunning and the protective blessings that enveloped him were derived from the celestial lineage of the Gorgons. Born from the primordial forces of chaos, the Gorgons were not simply monstrous figures, but embodiments of nature's duality. Their origins trace back to the ancient sea deities, Phorcys and Ceto. These progenitors, representing the depths of the ocean, bestowed upon their daughters a powerful legacy, intertwining beauty with terror. This lineage revealed the complex nature of the Gorgons. Stheno and Euryale, alongside Medusa, were born immortal, yet Medusa alone experienced the fate of mortality. Cursed by the goddess Athena, her transformation into a feared creature is a reflection of the struggles between divinity and humanity, showcasing themes of jealousy and retribution. The Gorgons lived in isolation, amidst desolate landscapes, their presence a chilling reminder of the consequences of beauty and envy. Their lair, often depicted as a crumbling stone abode, became a symbol of the forgotten and forsaken. Legends spoke of their serpentine hair, a manifestation of their rage and sorrow, turning those who dared to meet their gaze into stone. These narratives, woven into the fabric of ancient mythology, highlight the intricate connections between gods and mortals, revealing deeper truths about the human experience in the face of overwhelming forces. The Gorgons, through their very existence, reflect the eternal struggle between creation and destruction. Perseus emerged as a pivotal figure from Argos, embodying the qualities of a quintessential hero. His lineage traced back to the mighty Zeus, imbuing him with a divine heritage that often shaped his destiny. This region, rich in myth and history, served as a backdrop for his formidable journey, one that intertwined fate with valor. The hero's quest was initiated by a challenge, one that called upon him to confront the Gorgon, a creature whose gaze could turn the living to stone. Armed with gifts bestowed by the gods, including a reflective shield and a pair of winged sandals, he ventured into the realm of darkness, where the Gorgons resided. The air thickened with tension as he approached their lair, each step resonating with a mixture of trepidation and determination. Through careful strategy, he utilized the reflective properties of his shield, avoiding the deadly stare. The moment of confrontation was fraught with peril, yet it unfolded with a serene inevitability. The hero's blade met its target, severing the head of the beast. This act of bravery transformed him, not merely in the eyes of his homeland, but in the annals of history, marking his emergence as a symbol of hope against the chaos embodied by the Gorgons. The hero's journey would resonate through time, echoing the complex interplay of fate, courage, and legacy. A prophecy, shrouded in mystery, foretold the arrival of a hero destined to confront the Gorgon. It whispered of a curse entwined with his lineage, a burden inherited through generations. This prophecy, both a promise and a warning, shaped the course of destiny for those around him. The implications of such a fate extended beyond the individual, casting shadows over the lives of kin and allies. In this region, the weight of expectation pressed heavily. The hero's mother, Dana, bore the stigma of the prophecy, her life altered by the looming specter of her son's fate. The very air seemed charged with an unspoken tension, as if the land itself held its breath, awaiting the unfolding of events. Each choice made in the shadow of this prophecy reverberated through time, intertwining the lives of the hero and the Gorgon. The Gorgon, a creature of formidable power, served as both monster and metaphor, embodying the fears and desires of those who dared to challenge fate. The confrontation was not merely a battle of strength, it represented a clash of ideals, a confrontation with the darker aspects of the human spirit. The curse lingered, a reminder that legacies are often forged in the crucible of conflict, shaped by the choices made in the face of insurmountable odds. Driven by a blend of fate and personal ambition, the quest for Medusa unfolded against the backdrop of ancient landscapes. This pursuit was not merely an act of heroism, it embodied the desire for recognition and the hope of altering one's destiny. Perseus, armed with a reflective shield and divine gifts, faced formidable challenges. Each obstacle served as a test, shaping both his character and the narrative of this myth. The journey toward the lair of the Gorgon required navigating treacherous terrains, including desolate mountains and shadowy forests. Along the way, whispers of the Medusa's curse permeated the air, instilling fear and reverence in those who spoke of her. This region, steeped in legends, held stories of those who confronted her and met their fate. Encounters with allies and foes alike further complicated the path to Medusa. The support of the gods provided both guidance and gifts, yet the weight of expectation loomed heavily. The tension between destiny and free will became palpable in each decision made. Perseus's venture was not solely about slaying a monster. It represented the struggle against deeply rooted fears and the quest for personal redemption. Uiveracid thortu thork defontus, vencer. In the end, the confrontation would reveal not only the outcome of the battle, but also the transformative nature of the journey itself. The gifts bestowed upon Perseus were not mere weapons, they symbolized divine favor and the intricate connections between mortals and the celestial. Among these, the polished shield, crafted from reflective bronze, served a dual purpose. It allowed Perseus to observe the Gorgon without direct confrontation, transforming a lethal gaze into a mere reflection. This protective surface, imbued with the power of Athena, was essential for navigating the treacherous landscape that lay ahead. The winged sandals, another divine gift, granted him the ability to traverse great distances with ease. They transformed the mundane act of travel into a swift journey through the skies, linking him to the ethereal realm of the gods. Each step taken on this winged path was a reminder of the grace and speed bestowed upon him. In addition, the magical sword, forged by Hephaestus, offered unparalleled strength and precision. Its blade, tempered in the fires of creation, was designed specifically to vanquish the Gorgon. Holding this weapon, Perseus embodied the will of the gods, standing resolute against the impending threat. Lastly, the helm of darkness, granting invisibility, allowed him to stalk through shadows undetected. This collection of tools transformed his approach from one of mere brute force to a calculated strategy, reflective of both divine intervention and his emerging wisdom. Hermes and Athena played pivotal roles in guiding Perseus through his perilous journey. The messenger of the gods, Hermes, bestowed upon him vital gifts, including winged sandals that allowed for swift travel across the skies. These remarkable tools facilitated not just mobility, but also an escape from danger, reflecting Hermes' inherent connection to cunning and speed. In this region of myth, these attributes became indispensable as Perseus navigated treacherous landscapes and encountered formidable foes. Athena, goddess of wisdom and warfare, offered her own form of guidance. She provided Perseus with a polished shield, a reflective surface that would aid him in confronting the fearsome Gorgon. This shield was not merely a defensive tool, it served as a strategic instrument, allowing Perseus to bypass direct confrontation with Medusa's deadly gaze. The collaboration between these deities illustrated the balance of intellect and power, emphasizing that success in this journey relied on more than sheer strength. Their influence extended beyond physical gifts. Hermes and Athena represented the qualities of cleverness, insight, and discernment, essential for navigating the complexities of destiny. Perseus's journey became a tapestry of divine support, each step guided by the wisdom imparted by these immortal patrons, forever altering the path of heroism in the annals of ancient lore. The significance of the winged sandals transcended mere transportation. These divine gifts, bestowed by Hermes, symbolized freedom and the ability to traverse realms unhindered. Their delicate craftsmanship, adorned with intricate details, reflected the melding of form and function, embodying the spirit of swiftness. With each flight, they provided Perseus not only speed but also the elevation needed to escape earthly constraints, allowing him to soar above the challenges that lay ahead. In this region, the winds whispered tales of his ascension, carrying him towards the fated encounter with the Gorgon. The sandals transformed the very essence of heroism, granting him access to heights previously unattainable. This elevation offered a vantage point from which he could survey the landscape littered with dangers. The winged sandals thus became emblematic of his divine favor, reinforcing the connection between mortal endeavor and celestial intervention. Navigating the treacherous terrain, they also served as a reminder of the burdens of destiny. Each flight brought him closer to his goal, yet the weight of expectation remained. They facilitated not only physical movement but also the mental agility required to confront the formidable Medusa. In this interplay of divine gifts and human resolve, it became evident that true heroism lay in the balance of both, guiding Perseus towards his fateful encounter. The shield of Athena served as an emblem of reflection and strategy, an object that transcended mere physicality. Crafted with divine precision, it bore the weight of countless legends, a tool for both protection and tactical advantage. Its polished surface mirrored the surroundings, creating an illusion that disoriented foes and provided clarity for its wielder. This feature became instrumental for Perseus, enabling him to navigate the treacherous terrain of his journey with enhanced awareness. In the heat of confrontation, the shield transformed into a canvas for foresight, allowing its user to anticipate movements and intentions. The reflective quality facilitated a deeper understanding of the enemy's psyche, a glimpse into the mind of the Gorgon. This insight proved vital in maintaining composure amid chaos, an essential trait for anyone facing such a formidable adversary. Strategic use of this divine artifact demonstrated the synergy between intellect and courage, reflecting the essence of Athena herself. As Perseus approached the lair, the shield became a silent companion, imbued with the wisdom of the ages. Each calculated glance in its surface brought forth not just a reflection of his outer world, but also a deeper contemplation of his inner resolve. In this pivotal moment, clarity emerged, sharpening focus and determination in the face of impending peril. The cap of invisibility, known in ancient texts as the Helm of Darkness, possesses origins steeped in myth. Crafted by the Cyclopes, it was a gift bestowed upon Hades, the ruler of the underworld, intended to provide concealment for those who wielded it. This artifact allowed its user to navigate the shadowy realms unnoticed, a crucial advantage in perilous encounters. Within the depths of ancient lore, the cap served as a tool for various heroes tasked with daunting missions. It enabled them to traverse enemy lines, slipping through the grasp of both mortals and gods alike. When Perseus sought to confront the Gorgon, Medusa, it became an essential element of his strategy. The ability to remain unseen transformed the dynamics of the encounter, offering a veil of protection against the petrifying gaze of the creature. Beyond its immediate applications in combat, the cap also symbolized the broader themes of stealth and cunning in ancient narratives. It reflected the notion that knowledge, rather than brute strength, often dictated the outcomes of fateful encounters. In this realm of shadows, the cap was not merely a physical object. It represented the delicate interplay between light and dark, revealing the complexities of heroism and the unseen forces that guide fate. The sword, forged by Hephaestus, emerged as an emblem of power and purpose. Its blade glinted under the muted light, a testament to divine craftsmanship and mortal resolve. Each strike of the hammer, each fold of the metal, imbued it with a strength that transcended mere steel. This weapon was not just a tool for combat, it symbolized the weight of destiny, a means through which the hero could navigate the treacherous waters of fate. In this ancient landscape, the sword served as a bridge between the realms of gods and men. Hephaestus, revered for his mastery over fire and metal, imbued it with qualities that went beyond functionality. Legends whispered of its ability to sever the threads that bind fate, granting its wielder a momentary glimpse into the possible outcomes of their choices. This power, however, came with an understanding that destiny could not be wholly reshaped. It could only be guided. The blade was not without its burdens. It demanded respect and wisdom, for its edge was sharp not only in battle, but also in the moral dilemmas it presented. In the stillness of the night, it lay quietly beside the cap, waiting, a silent reminder of the choices that lay ahead. Each journey into the unknown would require its strength, yet it also beckoned the hero to consider the implications of wielding such power. The Grey sisters, shrouded in myth and mystery, held the knowledge that could illuminate Perseus's path. These ancient figures, often described as three sisters with shared attributes, possessed a singular eye and tooth among them. Their unique bond demanded a careful approach, as glimpses into their world revealed a profound understanding of hidden truths. Living in a desolate region, surrounded by shadows and whispers, the sisters cultivated an atmosphere ripe for secrets. They resided in a cave where the flickering light barely penetrated, reflecting the obscured wisdom they harbored. It was here that Perseus would seek guidance, hoping to unravel the threads that connected him to his destiny. The sisters, though aged and frail, remained vigilant, each possessing insights that could not be easily accessed. Their voices, though soft, resonated with authority, imparting information with a calm certainty. The exchange between them and the young hero unfolded in hushed tones, with every question met by the slow turn of their shared eye. Details emerged gently, like whispers carried by the wind, revealing the location of the Gorgon. The sisterly bond forged a connection, allowing Perseus to grasp the significance of his quest. Armed with this newfound knowledge, the weight of the task ahead grew more tangible. Yet so did the understanding of the profound responsibilities intertwined with such power. The location of the Gorgons was shrouded in layers of myth and geography, concealed within the mists of ancient tales. It is said they resided at the edge of the known world, a region defined by desolation and danger. This isolated territory was often depicted as a place where the land met the sea, rugged cliffs plunging into tumultuous waters. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness, broken only by distant, mournful cries of seabirds. Legends spoke of a hidden island, one only accessible through treacherous waters that few dared to navigate. This island, draped in shadows, housed the Gorgons, protectors of an ancient power. Surrounding it, the ocean churned with the remnants of countless ships that had attempted to uncover its secrets. The challenge of locating this den was compounded by the formidable guardians that lay in wait, echoing the warning signs of fate for the unwary. Ancient maps hinted at the proximity of other realms, yet the true path remained obscured. Often described in riddles and cryptic symbols, only those who possessed unwavering resolve and unyielding courage could hope to traverse these waters. The journey demanded not only physical strength but also a profound respect for the powerful forces that shaped this forgotten landscape, where legends and reality intertwined seamlessly. The rugged terrain of ancient Greece carved a distinctive silhouette upon the horizon, marked by jagged mountains and deep valleys. This geography significantly influenced the myths that emerged from its rocky embrace. Hillsides, often dotted with olive groves, sheltered small communities, their lives intricately connected to the land. Rivers meandered through the landscape, imbuing it with life and serving as vital arteries for trade and communication. The interplay of land and water created a backdrop for countless tales of gods and heroes, intertwining their fates with the forces of nature. Mount Olympus, shrouded in mist, loomed large in the cultural consciousness as the home of the deities. Its peaks stood as a constant reminder of divine presence, inspiring awe and reverence. Valleys, sheltered sanctuaries, where temples dedicated to Zeus, Athena, and other gods drew pilgrims seeking favor. The wind carried whispers of ancient stories, melding the divine and the earthly in a shared narrative. Coastal regions, kissed by the azure sea, offered not only sustenance but also a connection to distant lands. Trade routes opened pathways for both commerce and the exchange of ideas. This interplay of geography and mythology shaped not only the identity of the people, but also their understanding of existence itself, creating a rich, enduring legacy that continues to resonate through time. The symbolism of the Gorgon's lair extends far beyond mere physicality. It embodies a threshold between the known and the unknown, a realm where myth intertwines with reality, located in a desolate landscape. These caves evoke a sense of isolation, reinforcing the idea of confronting one's fears and desires. The rugged terrain surrounding it serves as both a barrier and a portal, inviting only the bravest to venture forth. Within this dark sanctuary, a potent dichotomy exists. The Gorgon, often depicted with serpentine hair and a gaze that petrifies, represents chaos and the primordial fears that dwell within the human psyche. This creature stands as a guardian of hidden knowledge, a keeper of ancient secrets. The lair, shrouded in shadows, symbolizes the depths of the subconscious, where darkness and enlightenment converge. Kitmei states the act of confronting the Gorgon becomes a metaphor for personal transformation. Perseus's journey into this domain signifies the struggle against inner demons, necessitating strength and cunning. The hero's victory not only frees him from the threat of the Gorgon but also illuminates the path towards self-discovery. The triumph over such a formidable adversary echoes through the annals of time, inspiring generations to explore their own shadows. This symbolic narrative highlights the intricate relationship between struggle, enlightenment, and the timeless pursuit of understanding. The encounter with the Gorgons evokes a profound sense of trepidation that permeates the atmosphere of ancient myth. These formidable beings, with their serpentine hair and a gaze that petrifies, symbolize the ultimate confrontation between fear and strategy. Perseus, equipped with divine gifts, approaches the lair where shadows dance and whispers of despair linger. The chilling silence is punctuated only by the distant sound of wind, reminiscent of lost souls. A careful examination of the surroundings reveals a landscape marked by decay. Stone remnants of previous encounters lie scattered, serving as a testament to the peril that awaits. In this critical moment, the balance shifts from raw power to cunning intellect. Perseus, relying on the reflective surface of his polished shield, maneuvers cautiously, avoiding direct eye contact with the lurking Gorgons. This strategic approach highlights the necessity of wisdom in overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges. The air is thick with tension as the grotesque forms writhe and hiss, a reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of such monstrosity. Each heartbeat resonates within the cavern, a metronome of fear juxtaposed against the determination to prevail. Victory, in this narrative, is not merely the absence of threat but the triumph of clarity and resolve over chaos. The encounter stands as a defining moment, illustrating the complex interplay between courage and strategy in the path to enlightenment. The transformation of Medusa unfolds as a poignant tale woven through the threads of mythology. Once a maiden of remarkable beauty, her life took a fateful turn, marked by the gaze of Athena's wrath. Envy, ignited by a transgression in a sacred space, led to her metamorphosis. This region, once vibrant with the laughter of a youthful spirit, became enveloped in shadows, an echo of her former self. With serpents replacing her hair, a silencing curse rendered her a creature of fear. The gaze that once captivated became a weapon, capable of turning onlookers to stone. This duality of being, a blend of beauty and horror, reflects the complexities inherent in ancient narratives. The very essence of Medusa symbolizes the fragility of fate, a reminder that the line between victim and monster can blur with one misstep. These ruins, remnants of a civilization that revered such figures, stand testament to the enduring legacy of her story. Artifacts depicting her in various forms reveal the interpretations of both her sorrow and power. The whispers of her tale resonate through the ages, serving as a reflection on the consequences of jealousy and the societal roles imposed upon women. Medusa's journey from maiden to monster encapsulates the tragic dimensions of existence, forever etched in the annals of history. The Gorgon's gaze holds profound implications within mythological interpretations, embodying fear and fascination simultaneously. In this context, it becomes a symbol of power and vulnerability. Medusa's ability to petrify those who met her gaze represents the duality of beauty and terror. a reflection of societal perceptions of femininity and the dangers of unchecked desire. Ancient texts often portray her as a figure of victimization, cursed rather than born into monstrosity, allowing for a nuanced understanding of her character. This region, steeped in myth, reveals how various cultures have perceived the Gorgon throughout history. In some accounts, she serves as an emblem of protection, her visage adorning shields and amulets to ward off evil. In others, the narrative shifts to that of a malevolent force, embodying the consequences of anger and vengeance. These interpretations allow for a broader exploration of morality and consequence within the human experience. The transformation of Medusa into a creature of dread invites contemplation of the human condition. It raises questions about identity and the societal mechanisms that shape perception. Through her tale, the Gorgon becomes a lens through which the complexities of existence are examined. This continuing dialogue within ancient literature underscores the enduring impact of her story on subsequent generations, reflecting a timeless fascination with the themes of beauty, power, and transformation. The exploration of heroism in Greek myth reveals a complex interplay of valor, morality, and fate. Figures such as Hercules and Theseus embody ideals that resonate with the human experience, often undertaking monumental tasks that test their strength and character. These narratives capture not only physical prowess but also the emotional and ethical dilemmas faced by these heroes. They navigate treacherous landscapes, confront formidable foes, and endure personal hardships, reflecting the multifaceted nature of courage. Central to this concept is the notion that heroism often entails sacrifice, illustrating a willingness to endure suffering for the greater good. The trials encountered by these individuals serve as allegories for the struggles inherent in the human condition. They frequently grapple with their limitations, indicating that true heroism is not merely the absence of fear but the ability to act despite it. Interactions with divine beings further complicate these narratives. Heroes often receive guidance or obstacles from gods, emphasizing the intricate relationship between humanity and the divine. This dynamic highlights the theme of fate, where even the mightiest can be subject to forces beyond their control. Such stories resonate deeply, offering insights into the values and aspirations of ancient cultures, while remaining relevant in contemporary discourse on what it means to be heroic. The significance of blood in mythology often represents a duality of life and death, serving as a potent symbol woven throughout various narratives. In many ancient cultures, it embodies vitality, marking the essence of existence. The act of shedding blood often parallels significant transformations, whether in the context of sacrifice or the emergence of a hero. These themes echo through the tales of gods and mortals, where the life force is both a gift and a burden. Within these stories, blood also serves as a boundary, delineating the sacred from the profane. The spilling of blood can invoke divine favor or unleash chaos, highlighting its dual role in sustaining life, while also marking the inevitability of death. Rituals involving blood often underscore a community's deep connection to their ancestors, reaffirming ties to a shared heritage that informs identity and purpose. This region, rich in mythological significance, contains remnants of such practices, where altars and sacred sites reveal the reverence placed upon these beliefs. The interplay of blood in these ancient tales reflects a profound understanding of the human condition, illustrating the fragility of life and the weight of legacy. These narratives continue to resonate, reminding contemporary societies of the intricate relationship between existence, sacrifice, and the enduring quest for meaning in the face of mortality. The battle with Medusa exemplifies a confluence of strategy and courage, Perseus, equipped with divine gifts, relied on both intellect and skill to navigate the perilous confrontation. The polished shield, a reflective surface, served not merely as a form of defense but as a crucial tool for observation. By avoiding direct eye contact, he circumvented the lethal gaze that turned onlookers into stone. The use of stealth played a significant role in this encounter. The hero approached cautiously, relying on the shadows and the landscape to conceal his presence. These ruins, remnants of a long-lost civilization, hold echoes of such tactical ingenuity, where warriors often employed similar methods to outmaneuver formidable foes. The sword, gifted by the gods, provided both lethality and precision, striking with calculated force. Perseus aimed to sever the serpent-laden head, an act that required not just physical strength but also unwavering focus amidst the chaos of battle. The environment, with its rocky outcrops and hidden alcoves, added complexity to the engagement, allowing for strategic positioning. Upon the successful beheading, the aftermath resonated with profound implications. The severed head, a potent symbol of power, became an instrument of protection and deterrence. It encapsulated the duality of conflict and resolution, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of mythological history. Mythical strategies reveal a profound interconnectedness between the use of reflection and the art of combat. The act of utilizing reflective surfaces as a tactical advantage underscores the importance of perception and misdirection in these legendary confrontations. In the case of Perseus, the polished shield became not merely a piece of armor, but a crucial instrument in outmaneuvering formidable foes. It transformed into a means of seeing without being seen, a way to confront darkness with light. This region, steeped in ancient tales, provides numerous accounts of similar tactics employed by various heroes and deities. The reflected image, often serving to confuse or momentarily disorient, highlights the significance of cleverness over brute strength. Warriors and strategists recognized that the mind's eye could be as lethal as the sword. The echoes of these practices reverberate through the ruins of civilizations long past, where echoes of whispered strategies linger among the stones. Each tale, a testament to the enduring human spirit and its quest for survival against overwhelming odds. In this quiet contemplation of mythic warfare, the lessons learned extend beyond mere combat. They suggest a deeper understanding of self, perception, and the multifaceted nature of conflict, revealing insights that remain relevant even in contemporary thought. The timeless wisdom embedded within these narratives continues to illuminate the complexities of human experience. The aftermath of victory bore witness to the intricate interplay of honor and consequence. Perseus, having vanquished the Gorgon, returned to his homeland, yet his triumph was shadowed by the weight of his actions. The severed head, an artifact of both glory and horror, became a potent symbol, its gaze capable of petrifying foes and offering protection to allies. This relic of conquest drew attention, captivating the imaginations of those who had heard tales of the Gorgon. The landscape of his homeland transformed in response to this newfound power. Temples rose in tribute, adorned with intricate carvings depicting the hero's journey. These structures served as both a sanctuary for the devout and a monument to a celebrated past. The populace, initially jubilant, began to navigate the complexities of their hero's legacy. While some hailed Perseus as a savior, others questioned the morality of his methods. The remnants of the defeated Gorgon, her blood staining the earth, spurred a reflection on the nature of victory itself. The duality of his triumph became a poignant subject, with stories diverging into themes of glory intertwined with loss. The hero's existence shifted from one of solitary conquest to a shared narrative, impacting lives beyond his own, echoing through generations. Fate intertwined with the journey of this hero, guiding each step through a landscape rich with omens and prophecies. The threads of destiny shaped not just the hero's path, but also the lives of those entwined with him. The encounter with the Gorgon marked a pivotal moment, where the interplay of fate offered both challenge and opportunity. Within the shadows of ancient lore, a prophecy foretold of a hero who would rise against monstrous threats, reminding inhabitants of this region of their vulnerability and the power of divine intervention. This duality of fear and hope became a cornerstone, influencing the actions of countless individuals who sought to alter their own fates through his legendary exploits. The divine forces, often capricious, guided the hero's hand in critical moments. The gifts of the gods, glimmering weapons, reflective shields, and winged sandals were manifestations of destiny's support, yet they also served as reminders of the burdens of responsibility. Each encounter with fate presented choices that rippled through time, affecting not only the hero's life, but also the lives of the people who would come after him. In the depths of uncertainty, he faced the Gorgon, embodying the struggle against predetermined paths. The quest for glory was steeped in the belief that one could wrest control from the hands of fate, shaping a legacy that would echo through the ages. Atlas, burdened by the weight of his eternal punishment, served as a poignant reminder of the boundaries between mortals and the divine. This titan, condemned to hold up the heavens, embodied the struggle against insurmountable odds. Each day, he labored under the celestial sphere, his strength tested by the very forces he once sought to defy. In his solitude, the echoes of forgotten civilizations whispered through the ages, a testament to both his might and his suffering. The significance of this figure resonates beyond mere mythology. It speaks to the human condition, the ceaseless quest for agency amidst the inexorable march of destiny. In this region, where the remnants of ancient structures rise from the earth, one can almost sense the tension between ambition and inevitability. These ruins, steeped in stories of gods and titans, offer a glimpse into the aspirations that once fueled entire societies. As Perseus ventured forth, his encounter with Atlas highlighted the intersection of heroism and burden. The Titan's curse served as both a warning and a lesson, underscoring the consequences of hubris. The hero's journey was not solely about triumph. It also involved navigating the shadows cast by those who came before. Through this lens, the narrative of Atlas becomes a vital thread in the fabric of ancient lore, woven with the complexities of fate, resilience, and the weight of history. The origin of Atlas, holding up the sky, traces back to primordial myths that occupied the consciousness of early civilizations. This figure, a titan born of divine lineage, was condemned to bear the heavens as punishment for his rebellion against the gods. It is said that he stood at the edge of the world, his immense form a silent sentinel against the encroaching void. The weight of the celestial sphere pressed down upon him, a burden that spoke of both defiance and the fragility of existence. In these ancient narratives, the heavens above were not merely a backdrop, but a manifestation of the cosmos itself. The stars, planets, and constellations painted a vast canvas that represented divine order, while Atlas, in his eternal struggle, became emblematic of the human condition, enduring, steadfast, and burdened by the weight of destiny. This region of myth and memory captures the imagination, where narratives intertwine with the fabric of the universe. The act of holding up the sky transcended mere physicality, symbolizing the responsibilities bestowed upon the Titans and their descendants. The remnants of these tales echo through the ages, whispering of cosmic balance and the intricate dance between fate and free will. In the shadows of forgotten temples and sunken cities, these stories linger, waiting to be unearthed and contemplated anew. Art and literature have long drawn inspiration from the figure of Atlas, imbuing him with various meanings throughout the ages. This ancient Titan, often depicted bearing the heavens upon his shoulders, symbolizes endurance and the weight of responsibility. In classical sculpture, the muscular form of Atlas conveys a sense of strength and stoicism, his visage frozen in a moment of eternal struggle. These representations resonate with the human condition, reflecting the burdens individuals often carry in their lives. Literary interpretations further expand on the essence of Atlas. In works ranging from antiquity to modernity, this character embodies themes of sacrifice and defiance against fate. Poets and playwrights have portrayed him in diverse contexts, sometimes as a tragic hero, other times as a cautionary tale. The enduring nature of his story speaks to the universal quest for meaning in the face of overwhelming odds. In the visual arts, Atlas appears in allegorical paintings, blending mythology with personal narrative. Artists use his image to explore concepts of knowledge, time, and cosmic order. These creative endeavors provide insight into the culture and values of their respective eras, revealing how perceptions of Atlas shift while remaining intrinsically linked to the human experience. After Muhan quotations on Atlas allow for a deeper understanding of both individual and collective struggles, illustrating how ancient figures continue to influence contemporary thought. The connection between Atlas and Perseus unfolds within a framework of mythological encounters that transcend mere narrative. Atlas, burdened with the weight of the heavens, serves as a poignant symbol of endurance and responsibility. In contrast, Perseus embodies the archetype of the hero, equipped with divine gifts and tasked with formidable challenges. Their paths intersect during the quest for the Gorgon, a moment steeped in tension and purpose. Upon reaching the domain of Atlas, Perseus seeks respite from his arduous journey. The mountains loom overhead, their shadows casting a cool pallor over the landscape. This encounter, while brief, highlights a moment of vulnerability for Atlas, who is compelled to confront his own weariness. He provides Perseus with critical guidance, a gesture that speaks to the interconnectedness of their fates. The exchange embodies not merely a transfer of knowledge, but an acknowledgement of shared burdens. Atlas, despite his stature as a Titan, faces an existential crisis, while Perseus, though heroic, is not immune to doubt. This dynamic illustrates that even figures of great strength encounter moments of fragility. The winds that sweep through this region whisper of ancient struggles, where the weight of destiny unites opposites, and the essence of humanity echoes through time. Such narratives persist, illuminating the complexities of existence. The journey to Africa marks a significant chapter in this tale. Imbued with both myth and history, Perseus, having achieved his mission, ventured across vast expanses of ocean, returning to lands rich with ancient whispers. The Mediterranean waters glistened under the sun, a silent witness to the hero's passage. Each wave carried the weight of stories untold, reverberating with the echoes of civilizations long past. Upon arrival, The landscapes unfolded like a painter's palette, vibrant and diverse. The arid deserts and lush oases juxtaposed each other, showcasing nature's dichotomy. Settlements dotted the horizon, their structures rising from the earth, imbued with the essence of human endeavor. These places bore the marks of time, each stone a testament to resilience and artistry. Perseus's presence ignited renewed vigor in the local populace. The tales of his encounter with the Gorgon traveled swiftly, transforming into folklore that would endure through generations. Artisans began to depict his exploits in frescoes and sculptures, immortalizing the narrative within their cultural fabric. This exchange of stories and artistry fostered connections between distant lands, weaving a subtle thread of unity. Amidst the whispers of ancient winds, the legacy of Perseus solidified, a quiet reminder of the enduring power of myth in shaping human consciousness. The legacy of Perseus extended into the realm of the golden apples, a symbol of temptation and reward, intricately linked to Atlas. This myth illuminated the bond between heroism and divine favor, revealing the complexities of mortal desires and celestial interventions. The quest for these apples, nestled within the garden of the Hesperides, underscored the significance of guardianship, with Atlas himself burdened by the weight of the sky. In the quiet recesses of this tale, the apples represented not only material wealth, but also immortality and knowledge. The Hesperides, tasked with their protection, embodied the balance between nature's gifts and the responsibility they entailed. When Perseus sought these fruits, it was not merely a pursuit of glory, but an exploration of the deeper implications of choice and consequence. Their relationship was further complicated by the Titan's curse, forever holding the heavens aloft, a poignant reminder of the burdens borne by those tasked with safeguarding treasures. The golden apples, glistening in the sun, beckoned adventurers with their allure, yet their acquisition demanded both cunning and strength. This connection between Atlas and the myth of the golden apples reflects an enduring theme in ancient narratives: the interplay between aspiration and the often overlooked sacrifices necessary to attain it, resonating through the corridors of time. Ancient maps often depicted Atlas not merely as a figure of myth, but as a tangible connection to the geography of the known world. This region, characterized by towering mountains and expansive seas, served as a backdrop for the stories woven into the fabric of civilization. As the Titan who held the heavens upon his shoulders, Atlas became synonymous with the very essence of endurance and burden, embodying the weight of human aspiration. These landscapes were not just settings for legendary exploits. They delineated boundaries, influenced trade routes, and shaped cultural exchanges. Each mountain range and river valley whispered tales of heroism and challenge, grounding the fantastical elements of myth in the reality of the natural world. The Mediterranean, with its cerulean waters, offered a stage for countless heroes, including Perseus, whose journey was intricately linked to the legacy of Atlas. Of our slotia south manoina the Theodu Feruinth Shan. The mountains cradled the whispers of forgotten civilizations, their ruins bearing witness to the passage of time. This intersection of myth and geography allowed for a rich exploration of the human condition, where the pursuit of glory and the acceptance of sacrifice coalesced into a singular narrative of existence in this vast, intertwined universe. The depiction of women in the Perseus myth provides a multifaceted view of their roles, extending beyond mere archetypes. Medusa stands as a tragic figure, originally a beautiful maiden cursed to become a Gorgon, embodying both power and vulnerability. This transformation reflects the complexities of femininity within ancient narratives, where beauty often intertwines with peril. Medusa's gaze, capable of turning men to stone, symbolizes a potent force, yet it also expresses the consequences of female agency in a patriarchal context. Other figures, such as Athena, offer a contrasting representation. Serving as a protector and guide, she embodies wisdom and strategic warfare, illuminating the role of women as both nurturers and warriors in mythic landscapes. Their influence is palpable, shaping the actions of male heroes, guiding them on their quests, and acting as catalysts for change. The presence of these characters signifies a nuanced understanding of gender dynamics, where femininity is not simply submissive, but integral to the unfolding of heroic journeys. The narrative extends beyond Medusa and Athena, encompassing the diverse portrayals of women throughout the mythos. Each character contributes to a broader dialogue about strength, sacrifice, and the intricate interplay between male and female identities. Such representations continue to resonate and inviting reflection on the complexities of gender roles across time and culture. The cultural impact of the Gorgons in ancient Greece reveals a profound interplay between fear and fascination. These mythological beings, with their serpentine hair and petrifying gaze, Avisos to amained precor, served as both cautionary figures and symbols of empowerment. In the visual arts, their likeness was frequently depicted on pottery and architecture, reinforcing their significance in public consciousness. The Medusa, in particular, became an emblem of protective might, often adorning shields and doorways as a ward against evil. Such representations transformed with the evolving narratives surrounding their origins. Initially, the Gorgons were seen as monstrous antagonists, embodying chaos and danger. Over time, interpretations shifted, framing them as tragic figures. This duality reflects the complexities inherent in female representation, where beauty and monstrosity coexist within the same narrative. Literature also played a crucial role in shaping perceptions. Poets and playwrights explored themes of vengeance, transformation, and femininity through the tales of Perseus and the Gorgons. These stories not only captivated audiences, but also provoked discourse on the nature of heroism and the consequences of power. The legacy of these mythic figures endures, their images and stories echoing through subsequent generations. This continuous engagement with the Gorgons underscores their lasting relevance in examining societal values and the intricate dynamics of fear and admiration that permeate human experience. Medusa embodies a profound duality, representing both beauty and monstrosity. Once a stunning maiden, her transformation into a Gorgon serves as a stark reminder of the complexities inherent in human perception. This region, steeped in myth, offers insights into the societal constructs surrounding female beauty and the often harsh judgments placed upon it. Medusa's golden locks, which once captivated many, became serpents, evoking horror and dread. This metamorphosis illustrates how beauty can swiftly turn to monstrosity when viewed through the lens of societal condemnation. The dichotomy of Medusa's existence invites contemplation of the nature of fear and desire. Fear of the unknown often amplifies admiration, blurring the lines between reverence and revulsion. Those who gaze upon her are confronted with their own vulnerabilities, reflecting a collective anxiety toward female power and autonomy. This transformation reveals deeper truths about the human condition, where the revered can easily become the feared. The ruins of temples dedicated to this figure reveal the cultural significance attributed to her narrative. Artistic representations capture her visage, revealing the tension between allure and horror. These remnants serve as a testament to the enduring fascination with her story. illustrating how beauty can exist alongside monstrosity in the human psyche. Medusa remains a complex symbol, resonating through the ages, inviting exploration of the interplay between attraction and fear. The legacy of Perseus endures in myriad artistic representations, each capturing the nuances of his character and achievements. These interpretations reveal the evolving perceptions of heroism and mythology across cultures and time. Artists have drawn inspiration from the tale of the slayer of Medusa, imbuing their works with varying emotional depth and context. In the Renaissance, depictions of Perseus often emphasized his valor and divine favor, presenting him as an idealized hero, adorned with symbols of triumph. This region became a fertile ground for sculptors and painters, who sought to convey the strength and elegance of his form. In these renderings, the act of beheading Medusa is transformed from a moment of violence into a celebration of glory, highlighting the balance between beauty and horror. Later interpretations diverged, focusing on themes of tragedy and the consequences of hubris. This shift reveals a growing complexity in the narrative, where the hero's journey is depicted as a poignant reflection on fate and mortality. The gaze of Medusa, once a source of fear, becomes a symbol of lost humanity, with artists exploring the emotional weight of the encounter. Contemporary interpretations continue to explore these themes, blending ancient motifs with modern sensibilities. The legacy of Perseus, woven through these artistic expressions, endures as a testament to humanity's enduring fascination with myth and heroism. The impact of the Gorgon myth on literature extends far beyond its ancient origins. This tale of transformation and courage has inspired countless writers throughout history, shaping narratives and genres across cultures. The motif of the monstrous versus the heroic serves as a powerful backdrop, prompting explorations of morality, identity, and the human condition. In classical literature, echoes of the Gorgon myth resonate in works that examine the dualities of fear and bravery. Poets and playwrights have drawn upon the imagery of Medusa, a petrifying gaze symbolizing the paralyzing effects of trauma and societal expectations. This theme persists, evolving into modern interpretations that delve into psychological complexities and the nature of monstrosity itself. Contemporary authors often revisit the Gorgon narrative, utilizing it as a lens through which to dissect themes of femininity, power, and transformation. This region of literature reflects a shift in perspective, highlighting the intricacies of Medusa's character and the societal constructs that define her. The metaphor of the Gorgon serves as a reminder of the consequences of isolation and the desire for agency. Through allegory and narrative, the Gorgon myth continues to shape literary discourse, inviting reflection on the timeless struggles that define the human experience. The resonance of this ancient tale remains pervasive, illustrating the enduring power of myth in shaping cultural narratives. Myth serves as a lens through which to interpret the complexities of human experience, often intertwining with historical events, to offer insights into societal values and beliefs. In this context, it becomes evident that stories of figures like Perseus and creatures such as the Gorgon reflect profound understandings of bravery, identity, and morality. This region, steeped in historical significance, showcases how myths can encapsulate the collective consciousness of a civilization. Artifacts and inscriptions unearthed in archaeological sites provide tangible connections to these narratives, revealing the ways ancient peoples sought to explain their world. These remnants serve as both documentation and interpretation, emphasizing the importance of storytelling in the human experience. The tales of gods and heroes often mirror the struggles faced by their communities, transforming personal challenges into universal lessons. The duality of myth as both narrative and historical record fosters a rich dialogue about cultural evolution. They encapsulate the values and fears of the time, offering a framework for understanding the past. In examining the intersections of mythology and history, scholars uncover layers of meaning that shape contemporary perspectives on legacy and identity. The quiet whispers of these ancient stories continue to resonate, reminding us of the intricate connections between myth and the human journey. Perseus's actions embody a profound exploration of humanity's relationship with fate and agency. This figure, born of divine lineage yet thrust into peril, navigates the delicate balance between destiny and choice. The quest for the Gorgon signifies not merely a battle against a monstrous being, but also an internal confrontation with fear and mortality. This duality invites contemplation on the nature of heroism. It raises questions about whether true courage lies in confronting external threats or in addressing one's inner demons. The journey unfolds within the context of society's expectations. As Perseus grapples with the responsibilities of a hero, these expectations serve as a mirror to the human experience, reflecting the burdens placed upon individuals by culture and tradition. The act of claiming victory over the Gorgon transforms into a philosophical inquiry about the nature of power. It suggests that strength can manifest in various forms, from physical prowess to moral conviction. In this revered narrative, the weight of legacy becomes palpable. Perseus's triumph offers insights into the consequences of one's choices and the ripple effects they create across generations. Each choice reverberates through time, shaping the identities of those who follow. The Gorgon, thus, stands not only as a foe but also as a catalyst for self-discovery, illuminating the complex interplay between heroism, legacy, and the essence of what it means to be human. The veen hidvein with panthers, the which we human vague, weaving through the lives of mortals with both subtlety and impact. It often reflects the whims of the gods, their desires manifesting in the fates of humans. In this landscape, gods like Athena and Hermes play pivotal roles, guiding and influencing heroes on their quests. Athena, known for her wisdom, frequently imparts knowledge and strategy to those deemed worthy, while Hermes serves as a messenger and protector, facilitating journeys across treacherous paths. The intricate relationship between deities and mortals reveals the fragility of human existence. Heroes find themselves grappling with the duality of divine favor and the capricious nature of their celestial patrons. With each act of intervention, the boundaries blur between fate and free will, leading to moments of profound realization and transformation. Vuspinsav. These interactions often carry moral lessons, emphasizing virtues such as courage, humility, and the acceptance of one's limitations. The consequences of ignoring divine guidance can be severe, as heroes learn that their triumphs stem not solely from personal strength, but from the intricate web of relationships that bind them to the divine. Through these narratives, the role of divine intervention emerges as a fundamental element, shaping destinies and underscoring the interconnectedness of all beings within this ancient world. The concept of sacrifice permeates the tale of Perseus and Medusa, illustrating the complexities of heroism and the burdens of destiny. Perseus, tasked with retrieving the Gorgon's head, must confront not only the physical danger posed by this fearsome creature, but also the moral implications of his quest. The act of seeking Medusa symbolizes a profound transformation, as it requires him to confront his own fears and limitations. Medusa herself embodies a tragic figure, cursed for her beauty and transformed into a monstrous being. This metamorphosis represents the consequences of divine disfavor, as well as the loss of agency. Her existence becomes a reflection of the sacrifices made in the name of divine retribution. In this region, the interplay between hunter and hunted complicates the narrative, as Medusa's terrifying visage becomes a tool for Perseus's triumph, yet it also serves as a reminder of her former humanity. The moment of severing her head signifies a pivotal transition. Perseus gains not only a weapon, but also the weight of Medusa's sorrow. Each glance at her severed form evokes an awareness of the costs associated with victory. In these ancient stories, the duality of sacrifice emerges. Heroes gain glory at the expense of the fallen, illuminating the intricate balance of power, loss, aborts, and redemption that defines this legacy. The elevation of Gorgon imagery in classical art reflects profound cultural shifts and aesthetic values. Initially, depictions of these mythic figures were sparse and often depicted as fearsome beings, characterized by serpentine hair and a menacing gaze. These representations served a dual purpose: to evoke terror in viewers and to signify the protective power attributed to the Gorgons. Over time, artistic interpretations began to soften, mirroring societal attitudes. In the Hellenistic period, Gorgon imagery transformed into more stylized forms. This region witnessed the emergence of intricate sculptures that emphasized beauty alongside ferocity, suggesting complexity in their nature. Artists skillfully blended elements of horror with an appreciation for the sublime, creating a nuanced portrayal that invited contemplation rather than sheer dread. Ceramic works from this era further illustrate the adaptability of Gorgon motifs. Vases adorned with their images often served mundane functions, yet the grotesque features maintained a haunting allure, evoking a sense of allure and fascination. The focus shifted from mere representation to an exploration of symbolism, reflecting broader themes of femininity, power, and the human condition. By the time of late antiquity, the Gorgon had transcended its original context. It became a symbol of protection, often integrated into architectural elements, safeguarding spaces from malevolent forces. This progression illustrates a rich narrative woven through time, encapsulating the evolving perceptions that shaped these iconic figures. The historical context of Perseus's legend reveals a complex interplay of cultural beliefs and societal values in ancient Greece. Rooted in the mythological tradition, this figure embodies themes of heroism, fate, and divine intervention. His tale unfolds against a backdrop of a society grappling with the forces of nature and the unknown. It reflects the human desire to confront fears and the quest for identity amid chaos. The era in which Perseus is situated was marked by the rise of city-states, each with its own pantheon and interpretations of myth. These narratives served not only as entertainment, but also as moral lessons and reflections of communal ideals. The interplay between man and gods was a prevalent motif, illustrating the delicate balance of power and vulnerability. Monuments dedicated to Perseus emerged throughout the region, etched with scenes depicting his encounters with Medusa and the subsequent triumph over formidable adversaries. This visual representation reinforced his status as a cultural hero. Revered for his courage and ingenuity, legends were passed down through generations, morphing with each retelling, yet maintaining core elements. The enduring nature of these stories speaks to humanity's intrinsic need for connection with the past, allowing for the preservation of values and the exploration of shared fears. In this manner, Perseus remains an emblem of resilience and courage, deeply embedded in the fabric of ancient Greek culture. The influence of the Gorgon myth on Roman culture is profound, reverberating through various aspects of art, literature, and societal beliefs. The image of Medusa particularly captivates the Roman imagination, serving as both a symbol of fear and a representation of protective power. Temples and public spaces, often adorned with her likeness, were intended to ward off evil, illustrating the duality of her character as both a monster and a guardian. In literature, poets and playwrights embraced the Gorgon narrative, weaving it into their works as a cautionary tale. The transformation of Medusa into a fearsome creature is frequently examined, reflecting themes of beauty, jealousy, and vengeance. These interpretations resonate with the Roman societal structure, where the virtues of honor and valor were held in high regard. The myth, thus, became a lens through which moral lessons were conveyed. Sculptors and painters depicted scenes of Perseus confronting Medusa, capturing the tension of the moment. These artistic representations often emphasized the hero's bravery, while simultaneously showcasing the Gorgon's terrifying visage. In mosaics and frescoes, her head became a popular motif, symbolizing protection against misfortune. This infusion of myth into daily life illustrates the enduring power of the Gorgon narrative, enriching Roman culture and reflecting the complexities of human emotion through the ages. The Gorgon's presence extended into medieval literature, where it served as an emblem of both fear and fascination. Authors and poets of the time drew upon this figure, intertwining her features with themes of morality, virtue, and the darker aspects of human nature. These narratives reflected a society grappling with the complexities of existence, often using the Gorgon as a metaphor for the consequences of unchecked ambition and hubris. Her image manifested in various forms, from fearsome guardians in chivalric tales to cautionary figures in religious allegories. This transformation demonstrated the adaptability of the Gorgon motif, allowing it to resonate with the evolving cultural landscape. In illuminated manuscripts, her visage adorned the margins, serving as a reminder of the thin line between beauty and peril. The serpent locks symbolized not just danger, but also the potential for metamorphosis, echoing the era's fascination with change and the duality of life. Gothic architecture often incorporated Gorgon imagery within its intricate designs, reinforcing her role as a protective figure. These representations transformed the Gorgon from a mere mythological creature into a guardian against evil, embodying the fears and aspirations of a society enduring significant upheaval. This duality ensured the Gorgon remained a relevant figure, reflecting the complexities of medieval consciousness and the enduring nature of myth. The symbolic use of monsters in ancient storytelling served as a conduit for exploring human fears and societal anxieties. These formidable creatures often embodied the unknown, acting as manifestations of chaos and disorder that challenged the established norms of civilization. Within these narratives, monsters were not merely obstacles for heroes to conquer. They represented deeper psychological conflicts and moral dilemmas intrinsic to the human experience. In the context of ancient cultures, regions populated with myths often illustrated the struggle between civilization and wilderness. Monsters existed at the fringes of society, symbolizing the fears of the unknown and the consequences of transgressing boundaries. Legends told of great beasts lurking in the shadows, reflecting the precarious balance between humanity and nature, and the delicate interplay of order and chaos. These stories frequently employed monsters to impart moral lessons, with heroes facing these adversaries to showcase virtues such as courage, intelligence, and resilience. Confrontation with a monster often signified a rite of passage, marking the transition from innocence to knowledge. As heroes engaged with these creatures, the narratives conveyed the importance of understanding one's fears rather than succumbing to them. Fear serves as a profound catalyst within Greek mythology, shaping the journeys of heroes and the challenges they face. This emotion manifests through various monstrous entities, each embodying different aspects of dread. These creatures, often grotesque and formidable, are not merely obstacles but reflections of the internal struggles that heroes must confront. In this region, monsters like the Gorgon symbolize the terror of the unknown, their very gaze turning the brave to stone. Heroes such as Perseus are tasked with not only defeating these beings, but also traversing their own innermost fear. The act of vanquishing a creature becomes a rite of passage, a moment where bravery is forged in the crucible of fear. Each encounter is steeped in the unrelenting tension between courage and vulnerability. The mythical landscapes where these battles unfold are often filled with shadows that echo the psychological turmoil experienced by the protagonists. In facing their adversaries, heroes are compelled to delve deep into their psyche, confronting the very fears that threaten to consume them. This intricate interplay between fear and heroism informs the narratives, emphasizing the necessity of grappling with inner demons. The tales linger in the collective memory, hinting at the universal struggle to master one's fears rather than be enslaved by them. A theme that resonates across time and cultures. Intrigued by the psychological nuances, these myths reveal much about the human condition. The Gorgon represents the archetype of fear, a manifestation that embodies the anxieties and threats that exist within inner landscapes. It is not merely a creature of legend but a symbol of internal struggles. Confrontation with such a being signifies the challenge of facing one's darkest aspects, the very fears that lurk beneath the surface of consciousness. Persuasion and courage emerge as crucial elements in this narrative. The hero, Perseus, becomes a figure of transformation, armed with tools of wisdom and strategy. He navigates the treacherous path of fear. In this context, the stories serve as a lens through which to examine the psychological processes of confronting and integrating fear. The Gorgon's petrifying gaze, capable of turning beings to stone, illustrates the paralysis that can accompany overwhelming dread. The myths encourage individuals to recognize and engage with these fears, suggesting that only through confrontation can one reclaim agency over their narrative. This intricate interplay between heroism and fear continues to resonate, offering insights into the human psyche. The Gorgon's myth has cast a long shadow over the evolution of horror, permeating storytelling across centuries. Its chilling essence embodies the fear of the unknown, manifesting in the form of petrifying encounters that paralyze the observer. This legend, steeped in ancient symbolism, reflects humanity's primal anxieties, influencing narratives that explore the grotesque and the uncanny. In contemporary literature and film, echoes of the Gorgon's gaze can be discerned in the portrayal of monstrous figures. Characters that evoke dread often share a lineage with this ancient entity, their fearsome attributes designed to provoke a visceral reaction. Creatures inspired by this mythos inhabit dark corners of the imagination, representing societal fears and personal insecurities. The Gorgon serves as a lens through which modern audiences confront their own vulnerabilities, Themes of transformation and loss reverberate in modern interpretations, where protagonists face adversaries that mirror their own internal struggles. This region of horror thrives on the tension between heroism and monstrosity. Much like the ancient tale itself, visual artistry has also embraced the Gorgon's legacy, often depicting grotesque forms that challenge perceptions of beauty and terror. Such imagery continues to resonate, illustrating the enduring impact of this ancient myth on contemporary culture. The cycle of fear and fascination remains unbroken, rooted deeply in the collective consciousness. Contemporary cinema has woven the ancient narratives of myth into its fabric, reshaping them for modern audiences. This adaptation often reflects current societal values and anxieties, transforming legendary figures into relatable characters. It allows viewers to explore timeless themes through a contemporary lens, inviting reflection on the enduring nature of these stories. The reinterpretation of figures like Perseus and the Gorgon highlights humanity's ongoing struggle with both external and internal monsters. These adaptations often emphasize personal journeys, showcasing the hero's challenges as they confront not only mythical adversaries, but also their own fears and insecurities. The spectacle of visual effects serves to reimagine the awe-inspiring aspects of ancient tales, creating a visceral experience that resonates with viewers. In this region of storytelling, the exploration of courage and sacrifice remains paramount. Films invite audiences to consider the implications of choice and destiny, echoing the moral lessons that have persisted through centuries. The blend of myth with modern narrative techniques enriches the experience, allowing for deeper engagement with the source material. Cinematic portrayals of these ancient myths often invite a re-examination of their origins, probing into the human condition and the complexities of courage in the face of adversity. Such adaptations ensure that these age-old tales continue to find relevance amidst the ever-evolving landscape of human experience. The reinterpretation of Perseus in modern literature often reflects contemporary themes, allowing for a deeper exploration of his character and the significance of his actions. This hero, originally celebrated for slaying the Gorgon, now serves as a vehicle to address issues such as identity, agency, and the complexities of heroism. Writers reinterpret his journey, emphasizing the moral and ethical dilemmas faced along the way. In these retellings, the focus shifts from mere conquest to the intricacies of his relationships, particularly with figures like Medusa, often viewed through a lens of empathy rather than vilification. This transformation reveals a nuanced understanding of the Gorgon's own narrative, critiquing the conventional portrayal of heroes and monsters. The landscapes in which these stories unfold, urban settings, dystopian futures, or even parallel worlds, reflect the struggles of modern society. They serve as mirrors, awani, allowing readers to explore their own challenges and fears through the ancient lens of myth. By delving into the psyche of Perseus, authors invite reflection on themes of courage, vulnerability, and the quest for self-discovery. Such explorations foster a renewed appreciation for the myth, demonstrating its enduring capacity to adapt and resonate even within the framework of modern existential inquiries. This layered approach breathes fresh life into the age-old narrative. The role of hero archetypes extends across various cultures, each adapting the fundamental traits of a hero to reflect their own societal values and beliefs. These figures often embody the struggle against chaos, representing the ideal qualities that a community strives to cultivate. This universal theme resonates through various myths, from the valiant warriors of ancient Greece to the noble figures of the East. In many traditions, heroes are defined by their journeys, which often involve trials that test their character and fortitude. These narratives serve not only to entertain, but also to impart moral lessons and cultural values. In this region, the hero's journey typically involves encounters with supernatural beings or challenges that require intelligence and bravery, illustrating the intricate relationship between humanity and the divine. It is noteworthy that while the specifics of each hero's tale may differ, they frequently share underlying patterns. The hero's confrontation with monsters or adversaries often symbolizes the struggle against inner fears or societal issues. This alignment with human experience ensures these stories remain relevant, providing guidance and inspiration across generations. Such archetypes often evolve over time, adapting to contemporary contexts while preserving core elements. The enduring presence of these figures in literature, art, and folklore underscores humanity's ongoing fascination with the heroic ideal, reflecting an intrinsic desire for growth and transformation. Myths serve as foundational elements of cultural identity, offering insights into the values and beliefs of societies throughout history. They encapsulate the essence of human experience, weaving together elements of morality, philosophy, and communal aspirations. This region, rich in mythological narratives, demonstrates how these stories shape collective consciousness and social norms. The tales of heroes, gods, of might, and mythical creatures provide templates for understanding the complexities of life, often portraying the struggles between good and evil. They foster a sense of belonging and continuity, connecting generations through shared narratives. This legacy reinforces cultural heritage, grounding individuals within their community's historical context. In these ancient civilizations, myths were not merely entertainment, they served as educational tools, imparting wisdom and ethical guidelines. Rituals and festivals often revolved around these narratives, reinforcing social cohesion and cultural identity. The figures within these stories, like Perseus and the Gorgon, symbolize qualities that societies aspire to embody. Such myths also allow for the exploration of existential questions, providing frameworks for interpreting the human condition. Through their enduring presence, they continue to resonate within modern contexts, highlighting the timeless nature of these themes. In this way, myths remain living entities of timeless within modern contexts, highlighting the timeless nature of these themes. In this way, myths remain living entities, evolving while maintaining a connection to their origins. The Gorgons resonate across various cultures, each adapting their characteristics to fit local beliefs and narratives. In many traditions, they embody the dualities of beauty and terror, often representing the perilous nature of femininity and the consequences of hubris. In some African folklore, similar figures appear, known for their ability to transform the unwary and punish transgressors. These entities evoke both fear and respect, mirroring the complexity found in the Greek Gorgons. In Asia, serpentine beings often feature in creation myths, where their venomous attributes serve as a warning against moral transgressions. In India, for instance, the Nagas, though not identical, share thematic elements with Gorgons, embodying both protector and destroyer roles. They appear in tales that detail the interplay between humanity and the divine, reflecting a cultural understanding of the balance between good and evil. The Americas also present similar motifs with figures like La Llorona, who embodies the sorrow of a mother scorned, becoming a spectral warning against betrayal. These narratives often serve to instruct and instill caution within societies. Across cultures, the Gorgon archetype manifests a shared understanding of the complexities of human nature and the dangers that lurk within the exploration of power, beauty, and morality. This universal symbolism reinforces the interconnectedness of human experience throughout history. The interpretation of Perseus in feminist readings invites a nuanced understanding of gender dynamics. Central to this analysis is the way the hero interacts with female figures, particularly Medusa, who embodies both victimhood and monstrous power. This duality reflects broader societal views on femininity and the often contradictory roles assigned to women. Medusa's transformation into a Gorgon serves as a metaphor for the consequences of male aggression and the fear it instills, while Perseus's quest to slay her highlights the valorization of patriarchal heroism. In various narratives, Perseus's actions can be viewed as a means of asserting control over female agency. The act of beheading Medusa is not merely a physical conquest, but symbolizes the silencing of female voices. This portrayal raises questions about the implications of heroism that relies on the subjugation of the feminine. The symbolism surrounding the Gorgon also extends to the perception of women who defy societal norms. Medusa, once a victim of Poseidon, becomes a figure of empowerment through her monstrosity, challenging the traditional hero-villain dichotomy. In this light, the narrative of Perseus shifts from a straightforward tale of bravery to a complex examination of gender relations, inviting reflection on the roles of both men and women in the weaving of myth and cultural identity. The implications of this interpretation resonate within modern discussions of feminism and power. Geography plays a crucial role in shaping the narratives of myth, influencing the characters and events that unfold within these ancient tales. The rugged mountains and expansive seas surrounding this region fostered a sense of isolation, leading to the development of unique cultural identities. These natural barriers not only defined territorial boundaries, but also established the rich landscapes that served as backdrops for legendary encounters. The Mediterranean, with its intricate coastline, acted as both a highway and a barrier for ancient civilizations, facilitating trade and cultural exchange while simultaneously nurturing localized beliefs and practices. In this context, the legend of Perseus and the Gorgon emerges as a reflection of the landscape's formidable characteristics. The perilous journey to confront the Gorgon mirrors the treacherous terrains that heroes navigated, embodying the struggle against both external threats and internal fears. These narratives often express the values and challenges faced by societies. The Gorgon herself, a creature born of the earth, represents not only physical danger but also the untamed aspects of nature that humans sought to understand and conquer. Such myths provide insight into how people perceived their environment, transforming geographical elements into symbols of power, fear, and resilience. These stories carve out a legacy, anchoring foundational principles that resonate across generations, subtly influencing societal structures and relationships. The legacy of Atlas extends far beyond the ancient narratives. It manifests in the very fabric of modern geography, where maps and globes serve as enduring representations of the world's complexities. This region, once known for its mythical towering mountains, now informs the naming conventions of various geographical features, echoing its storied past. The term Atlas itself has evolved into an essential element of cartography, symbolizing a collection of maps that guide exploration and navigation. In contemporary contexts, they have become indispensable tools for education and research, providing crucial insights into global dynamics. The meticulous detailing found within these maps reflects a commitment to accuracy, allowing for the interpretation of natural phenomena and human activity alike. This extensive compilation of information aids in understanding the intricate relationships between climate, population, and resources. These developments can be traced back to the early scholars who sought to map their surroundings, aiming to comprehend and document the world. The influence of Atlas endures, resonating through the meticulous work of cartographers who strive to capture the essence of both land and sea. Each line drawn, every label placed, contributes to a continuous legacy, shaping how societies interact with their environment and each other. The whispers of ancient stories persist, guiding the quest for knowledge in an ever-evolving landscape. Myth served as a foundational element in shaping ancient worldviews, providing communities with frameworks for understanding their existence and surroundings. In this landscape, figures like Perseus and the Gorgon emerged as central narratives, embodying the complexities of heroism and the perils of the unknown. These stories communicated moral lessons, illustrating the balance between courage and hubris, as well as the consequences of one's actions. The vibrant tales intertwined with daily life, infusing rituals and practices with deeper meanings. Temples and altars were erected as manifestations of reverence, where offerings sought favor from the gods, reflecting the interconnectedness of human endeavors and divine influence. Statues of heroes adorned public spaces, serving not only as reminders of legendary deeds, but also as symbols of cultural identity. Communities found solace in these myths, particularly during times of uncertainty. The narratives offered explanations for natural phenomena, transforming chaotic events into meaningful stories that provided a sense of order. In moments of strife, the legends of gods and heroes inspired resilience, instilling hope and unity among people facing adversity. The sun set on this ancient world. It illuminated the enduring power of myth, weaving a complex web of belief that shaped societies, informed their values, and influenced their artistic expression. Artistic depictions flourished, manifesting in various forms, from intricately carved stone reliefs to vibrant frescoes that adorned sacred spaces. These interpretations captured the essence of Atlas, burdened by the weight of the heavens, alongside the menacing Gorgons, their serpentine hair and petrifying gazes evoking both fear and fascination. In this region, skilled artisans chiseled the figures of the Gorgons into marble, each stroke revealing a nuanced understanding of their duality as both protectors and harbingers of doom. The fearsome expressions, juxtaposed with the grace of their forms, invited contemplation on the nature of beauty intertwined with dread. Atlas, often portrayed in a moment of quiet struggle, served as a reminder of the burdens borne by mortals and immortals alike. Ceramic vessels adorned with these motifs were commonplace, utilized in both domestic and religious contexts. The imagery conveyed the stories of bravery and sacrifice, invoking a collective memory that transcended generations. Temples dedicated to these legends became sanctuaries of artistry, where the walls echoed with tales of courage and mythology. Such representations not only illustrated a rich cultural narrative, but also served as a means of connecting the mortal realm to the divine, creating a profound dialogue that resonated through time and space. These narratives, steeped in ancient myth, have influenced modern philosophy in intricate ways. They offer insights into the human condition, exploring themes of heroism, morality, and the nature of existence. Philosophers have drawn upon these foundational stories to articulate complex ideas, often reflecting on the dualities present in the tales, such as good and evil, fate and free will. The allegorical dimensions found within these myths resonate profoundly within contemporary thought. Figures like Perseus, embodying courage and determination, serve as archetypes for exploring ethical dilemmas faced by individuals today. The struggle against monstrous challenges mirrors the internal battles that define human experience, prompting discussions on the essence of bravery and the price of triumph. This region of inquiry delves into the interplay between myth and reason, where ancient symbols find new meanings. The Gorgon, with its petrifying gaze, becomes a metaphor for the fears and uncertainties that persist in modern society. Philosophers examine the implications of confronting such fears, often advocating for understanding and acceptance rather than avoidance. The synthesis of mythology and philosophy creates a rich intellectual landscape. It encourages reflection on the lessons of the past, suggesting that these ancient narratives, far from being relics, continue to shape contemporary thought and ethical frameworks, guiding humanity through its ongoing journey. The Gorgon embodies a profound symbolism of transformation and change, representing the dichotomy between beauty and terror. This figure, often depicted with serpentine hair and a gaze that could petrify the unworthy, serves as a reminder of the duality present within existence itself. In various mythologies, the ability to undergo change is frequently intertwined with notions of power and consequence. The Gorgon's transformation from a once beautiful maiden into a fearsome creature signifies the impact of external circumstances on identity. This region, steeped in myth, reflects the broader human experience where individuals confront adversity, leading to personal metamorphosis. The narrative surrounding the Gorgon illustrates how fear can be both a weapon and a shield. It reveals that embracing vulnerability can foster resilience. The legends convey the tension between fear and courage, suggesting that confronting one's own Gorgon may lead to profound insights and growth. As Perseus approached, his quest was not solely for heroism but also for understanding the complexities of power and its implications. This encounter with the Gorgon epitomizes the struggle between light and shadow that resides in every individual. The quiet whispers of these tales resonate through time, echoing the significance of transformation as an essential aspect of the human condition, where change serves as both a challenge and an opportunity for renewal. Myths often intertwine the concepts of mortality and immortality, revealing the delicate balance present in ancient civilizations. These narratives explore the human experience, reflecting the inevitable cycle of life and death. The stories frequently depict mortals striving for eternal life, engaging in quests that lead them to divine realms. This pursuit often results in profound realizations about the value of existence and the transient nature of being. In many cultures, gods and heroes serve as embodiments of immortality, establishing a stark contrast to the finite nature of human life. The immortal figures frequently encounter mortal challenges, revealing vulnerabilities that resonate deeply with the human psyche. This intersection illustrates a fundamental truth. The fragile beauty of life is accentuated by its impermanence. The myth of Perseus and the Gorgon encapsulates this relationship vividly. While Perseus seeks glory through the defeat of a fearsome creature, his journey is steeped in the understanding that his own life is fleeting. This confrontation with mortality drives him to seek the means to transcend his human limitations. Through these stories, the complexities of existence are laid bare, inviting reflection on the intertwined destinies of mortals and immortals. Surrounding the Gorgon's lair, Nature reflects the essence of myth itself. Jagged cliffs rise steeply, offering both shelter and menace. The rocky terrain is punctuated by dense patches of vegetation, where gnarled trees twist in the wind, their roots gripping the earth with an ancient tenacity. Shadows play across the landscape, creating a haunting atmosphere that mirrors the stories woven around its inhabitant. This region, shunned by mortals, thrives in an eerie silence. The air carries whispers of forgotten legends, while the ocean below crashes relentlessly against the rocks, echoing the turmoil of countless battles fought in pursuit of glory. The waters glisten, a deceptive calm concealing depths that have swallowed many a brave soul. Amidst this stark beauty, the Gorgon thrives, its very presence a testament to nature's duality. The lush yet forbidding environment embodies both the allure and danger inherent in these tales, highlighting the fine line between creation and destruction. Here, life and death exist in a delicate balance, each reinforcing the other's significance. In this forgotten realm, the intertwining of flora, fauna, avina, and myth tells a story of its own, a reflection of the Gorgon's unyielding spirit and the inevitable fate of those who dare to challenge it. The lessons woven through the narratives of Perseus and Atlas resonate deeply within the fabric of human experience. These tales speak not merely of heroism, but also of the burdens carried by those deemed extraordinary. Perseus, armed with divine gifts, confronted formidable challenges, yet each victory came with its own weight. The Gorgon, an embodiment of fear and consequence, reminds of the inherent dangers in seeking glory. This struggle reflects the complexities of ambition and the sacrifices often demanded by the pursuit of greatness. Atlas, burdened with the heavens, embodies a different type of perseverance. His eternal punishment symbolizes the consequences of defiance against the divine order. Such myths serve as cautionary tales, illuminating the balance between aspiration and humility. The weight of the heavens serves as a metaphor for the responsibilities that accompany power. In quiet corners of this ancient landscape, remnants of their stories persist, whispering lessons through the ages. The enduring power of these narratives shapes cultural consciousness, instilling values and warnings that transcend time. They invite reflection on the human condition, on the delicate interplay between aspiration and consequence. The allure of these figures continues to inspire, reminding generations that within every legend lies a fragment of truth, a reflection of the struggles and triumphs inherent in the human experience. The intricate layers of mythology persist in resonating within contemporary culture, shaping narratives in literature, film, and art. These stories serve as vessels for exploring human emotions and ethical dilemmas, transcending time and geography. A modern reinterpretation can be seen in the way ancient heroes and creatures are reimagined, often placed in settings that reflect current societal issues. The enduring nature of these tales speaks to a collective yearning for understanding amidst chaos. Mythology provides frameworks for grappling with profound questions of identity, morality, and the essence of existence. This region, rich in ancient lore, continues to inspire creators who delve into the complexities of human experience through the lens of the past. The Gorgon's myth, once a story of terror, now finds its place in discussions of empowerment and resilience. The transformation of figures like Perseus into symbols of agency highlights a shift in cultural narratives. These reinterpretations foster a dialogue about the power dynamics of heroes and monsters, allowing for a more nuanced understanding of their roles in society. The lasting legacy of Atlas and Medusa in human culture extends beyond their mythological origins. Their stories resonate with themes of struggle, identity, and transformation, echoing through various artistic and literary expressions. These figures symbolize the complexities of human experience, confronting both individual and collective fears. Atlas, burdened with the weight of the heavens, embodies the concept of endurance amidst insurmountable challenges. His image has been adopted in numerous contexts, representing strength and resilience in the face of adversity. Artworks capturing his plight often evoke a sense of solemnity, inviting reflection on the human condition and the responsibilities that accompany power. Medusa, transformed by her circumstances into a figure of horror, serves as a potent symbol of female rage and victimhood. The duality of her existence inspires dialogues surrounding societal perceptions of women, beauty, and monstrosity. The gaze of this Gorgon, capable of petrifying those who dared to look, remains a metaphor for the power of the unseen and the fear of the other. These narratives intertwine, influencing modern interpretations in literature, film, and visual arts. The ongoing exploration of these archetypes allows contemporary society to confront its own heroes and monsters, revealing shared insecurities and aspirations. The enduring presence of Atlas and Medusa reflects humanity's continuous quest for understanding within the intricate web of existence.